Hello, my name is Charles Webster Bear, and I'm in Bend, Oregon, USA. And today is September 27th, 2008. And I would like you to vote for me for President of the Earth. And to do that, you can go to www.globalinternetgovernment.com and click chat, and there are 3 chat rooms there that you can go to and vote for me, or vote for yourself or anybody else or anything else. You can vote for plants and animals as well as human beings for President of Earth. Now in the future, the President of Earth election will be held on December 1st of every year, Hawaiian time. But for now, you can vote whenever you want. And the person who wins is the person or thing or animal or plant that gets the most votes. And the winner of the election will be President of Earth for 1 year, from January 1st to January 1st, 1 calendar year, Hawaiian time. And the President of the Earth will have no power. It'll be a symbolic position, a figurehead. The President of the Earth will be an employee of Global Internet Government. And the President of the Earth will enforce the human constitution, which is the Constitution of Earth, which is everybody has freedom of speech online, and all women have free access to all forms of birth control. And that's the Constitution of Earth. And the President of Earth will enforce the Constitution of Earth. And the President of Earth can only be elected 3 times, and doesn't have to be consecutively. You can take a year off and then get elected again. But you can't get elected a 4th time, ever. And nobody from the country that the President of Earth is currently from can run. Okay, so it's just someone from Cuba is the President of Earth, then no one from Cuba can run for President of Earth while the current president is from their country. And that's basically it. I'm also running for President of the United States of America in 2012 and 2016 as an independent. And the reason you should vote for me for President of Earth is the same reason you should vote for me for President of the United States of America. I'm for less taxes, less government. I'm pro-choice, anti-immigration. I'm for less debt. I'm isolationist, pacifist. You know, stuff like that. So, vote Bear. Now I'm going to talk about GIG. GIG is Global Internet Government. And to learn more about GIG, you can go to globalinternetgovernment.com. GIG is an idea for a website. I got this idea in Portland, Oregon in the spring of 2000. What GIG will do is GIG will monitor the financial transactions, all the financial transactions of every government on Earth. And this is known as media speculation, as well as freedom of speech. A GIG will do this by having a chat room for every city on Earth. City is any place that has over 10,000 permanent residents. The bigger the city, the more levels of the chat room. Now, anybody can post on the chat room. When you register in a city, and then you have access to the chat room of that city, and you have access to the chat room of that country that city is in, and you have access to the third chat room, the international chat room. Now, when anybody posts something in these chat rooms, that post can't be altered or deleted or censored or banned or changed in any way, even by the person who posted it. Now, if the gig moderators find that the post is relevant or accurate, they will bump the post up a few levels. Likewise, if they find the post inaccurate or irrelevant, they'll bump the post down a few levels. And so that way, the gig will be able to, do a good job of saying what's going on in the world. As the gig improves and evolves and gets better, it will gain influence. And it will use this influence to push the gig agenda. And the gig agenda is two things: freedom of speech online and women's rights. Freedom of speech online means that every single person on earth has the right to post whatever they feel like online. It's self-explanatory. Women's rights means that every single female on the planet has the right to decide not to be pregnant or stay pregnant. And that means that every single government on earth must provide every woman on earth with total and free and full access to all forms of birth control, including abortion. And any government that does not support the gig agenda completely and legally and financially and socially and culturally is an illegitimate government. And gig will replace illegitimate governments with legitimate governments quickly and peacefully. And that's the gig agenda. Now, WIMON, WIMON, World Internet Monitoring Organization Nation. That's independent of gig. And that ranks all the gigs out there. It says these gigs are the most accurate, these gigs are the less accurate, these gigs suck, these gigs are the best. So people know which gigs are good and which are bad. Eventually, WIMON will choose the best gig, and that will become the official gig. And that will become law. But there's no timetable for that. But that will happen after Chisel does what it's supposed to do. And Chisel is CHZL, doesn't stand for anything. And Chisel will lay the foundation for gig. It will orchestrate all the economic treaties between all the countries that want to participate. It will create all the economic alliances. It will work very closely with the International Monetary Fund and the United Nations. It will support the IMF and the UN, and it will create itself much in the very same way that the European Economic Union was created. And that's Chisel. That'll probably take a while. Anyway, don't forget to vote for me. Have a good day. Peace and love.